A wall of mud and ice tore through the Himalayas this week, and the death toll is still rising. On Wednesday, a mass of ice and rock broke loose high in the mountains near the Nepal-China border. Satellite imagery reviewed by Nepal's disaster management officials showed the landslide unleashed a debris-laden flood in the Lhende River, about 12 miles northeast of the Rasuwagadhi border crossing. Witnesses at the border crossing watched it happen in real time. Surveillance video verified by NBC News shows crowds trying to flee a surging wall of mud with nowhere to go, as rows of parked buses and trucks were swept aside. Within moments, there was only wreckage. The flood raced downstream, through the Bhote Koshi and into the Trishuli River, tearing through Nepali towns along the way. Homes, roads, and power infrastructure were destroyed as the water carried mud and debris south. As of this morning, the numbers are staggering. Nepal police have confirmed at least 270 deaths, with nearly 1,500 people still missing on both sides of the border. In China's Tibet region, 3 deaths have been confirmed, with 558 people missing in Gairong County alone, including 260 foreign nationals. A large number of those unaccounted for are tourists. Nepal's tourism ministry says more than 400 tourists are missing, roughly 340 of them foreign nationals, including 47 Americans, 34 Australians, and 33 Britons. Many of the missing were part of a pilgrimage group from India. So what actually caused this? Early reports pointed to an earthquake. That's since been ruled out. The U.S. Geological Survey found the seismic signal detected at the time wasn't from a quake. It was generated by the landslide itself, which registered as a magnitude 5.2 event. Researchers say this is a textbook, if increasingly common, hazard chain. Debris from the collapse temporarily dammed the river before giving way, releasing a powerful flood downstream. A disaster risk specialist noted the river has now flooded twice in 14 months, this time triggered by an ice and rock avalanche blocking the channel before it burst. Scientists who study these events say they've rarely seen one this severe. A glacial hazards researcher at the University of Colorado Boulder called it the worst flood of this kind he had ever witnessed, and the danger isn't over. Authorities in both Nepal and China have warned of a newly formed lake on the Nepal side of the border that's at risk of bursting again, and they're urging residents and rescue crews to stay alert for a second surge. On the ground, the recovery effort is enormous. Nepal has set up an official registry for unidentified remains, which already runs more than 80 pages, each listing 20 entries. This is a story we'll keep following as search and rescue operations continue and the final toll becomes clearer. If you want those updates as they come in, subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll bring you verified developments as soon as we have them, not before. Our thoughts are with the families still waiting for word on their loved ones tonight.